I have considerable hope for the future. I see corporations displaying ethical standards higher than I think they've ever done before, at least the ones that I tend to work with. I see the environmental movement, whether it's antagonistic or defensive, but the whole complex of the environmental movement providing direction for our thinking. And so there's a balancing act between the risks and the consequences related to the environment. But certainly it didn't exist even when we were doing major engineering works and many of the projects. The sensitivities didn't exist even in the early 80s. So this is 30 years now of which the movement is having its impact, and it's a wonderful impact. We were doing things 30 years ago that were wrong, and it took the movement to teach us all how wrong they were. I'm thinking of acid mine drainage in the mining area and doing other things like that, which are certainly no longer the practice anymore. So there's this incremental improvement through the environmental movement. And I see that there's a greater coming together among international leaders, among countries that provide international leadership, with some convergence on human rights. It's mixed, but it's out there. And once it's like the letting the genie out of the bag, it'll never go back in, and it'll have its struggles. One can debate how to make progress in specific countries versus others, but the direction is one way. It's unquestionably better than it was 100 years ago, and unquestionably better than it was when I was growing up. We had racism in the United States, and we had even racism. Well, we had racism in Canada. We had certainly apartheid in South Africa. And it's wonderful to see the progress we've all made. It's frustrating we have made more, but at least one can look backward and feel a sense of pride that we're on a direction that has enhanced values for all of our society.